Hello guys, Ben Kuba stroking on. It's part 3 of tips with the triathlon. So you've dismounted your bike, you're coming into transition and you've got everything set up. So remember, your helmet must be done up until you place that bike on the rack. So as soon as you place that bike on the rack, then you undo your helmet and you you can put it down, and then if you're already unclipped, it'll be nice and easy having the Vaso on your shoes. If you've got elastic laces as well, make it even easier. If you are doing a longer distance triathlon than a sprint or an Olympic, you definitely want to put socks on. Having your socks rolled inside out a little bit at the top, so then you can it's a lot easier to slide your feet in. So then you can just basically slide your feet all the way in, and then just roll the tops of the socks up. If you've, I always put my race belt on the bike and put it backwards. And generally, the TA rules have changed. You do actually have to have your belt on the bike. I think that's been coming in now or in a week or so. So you should just have to spin your belt around. You've got sunglasses already on from the bike, whatever, hat, etc. If you want to wear a hat. But yeah, you're just running out on the bike, on the run. Again, pacing is very important. You should be doing this as training when you are training in your tempo runs, and so whatever, 5k, 10k, half marathon to a marathon, etc., or 30k, whatever. Pacing is very important. I see a lot of people just go out too fast, and you want to adjust. You might not feel good for the first couple of minutes, or if it's a sprint, you've just got to go. You just got to go. Same as a 10k, you just got to go, and your body will adapt and adjust. But have those mental cues and just keep yourself focusing on what the jobs at hand and focusing on your form and technique. So I won't go too long in with a run, but again, it's just having those mantras, having that. But if you can, in your training, you need to focus on form, and when you're fatiguing, form is so important. So breathing is the key. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Find a nice rhythm with your breathing, and that'll keep you in set with your running. Setting your shoulders, putting your thumbs, as you can see, like that, and that's going to promote you to go back and forward, because otherwise if you're going sideways, you're swinging your body, you're swinging your upper body, then your hips are going to swing. So if you're getting into longer distance racing, you're going to have hip issues, knee issues. Again, imagine that seatbelt, focusing on your core, staying nice. Some people, when they get fatigued, it's like you're in a seated position. You really sit into your hips. You need to be nice and tall, and that's why having those set shoulders and using those arms, that's going to keep you nice and tall, so you're driving forward. You've got a good back kick. So how you with the running drills, when you do the butt kicks, you're promoting the leg to go forward and then kicking back, so you're promoting forward motion, like riding a bike. Staying nice and tall, keeping your breathing nice and relaxed, and just pace it out. If it's too hard, you obviously got to back it off. Remember, use markers. Now, the run-walk method might be a good option for you. Losing 10 seconds by walking through an aid station, refueling with water and stuff like that, isn't going to make it. Could save you. If you just run through and you're running too fast, you might lose 5 minutes, 4 minutes, depending on the distance of the race. You could lose those minutes by having to walk, by having to stop, by just breaking down. So by using the aid stations as markers, as fueling points, as short little breathers, so you can push through. Like some people do run 9 minutes and walk 30 seconds. So they might run 8 minutes and walk 15 seconds, etc., and break it down that way. But in that, if you read Galloway, etc., I have to run at 4:15 pace for that 8 minutes, and then I can walk, so I can still come in at a goal time. So that's where you can break it down with the run-walk method as well. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to comment below on any of these videos. Again, it's a big picture thing, so we're all different. I'm just giving you a couple little hints and tips along that are going to help you along the way. But focus on your form, pace it out. It's all practice in training. Have those little mantras. How bad do you want it? You've only got the run to go. Just who you're thankful for, what your goal is, what you train for, what sacrifices have you made. The run is where you really need to dig deep and find it within yourself. Get a sensation to love to hate. Hate feeling uncomfortable, hate feeling It's and so then that will use you to drive you forward as well. Go, no, I'm not gonna. You're gonna want to compromise your body. That's what we do. We try and compromise. Oh, it's all right. We can back it off. Question it, throw it back, and just give it, and give it, and give it, and just give it your best. And hey, not every race is going to be our best race, but what we can take out of every opportunity is the key, and embrace that and smile through that. And as you race morning, having that mindset of I'm here today to give it my best shot. And when you start to doubt yourself and start to question, throw it back and say, who are you kidding? I've worked hard to get here. I've worked hard to do this. I am just being the best version of myself, and just give it all you got, and that's all you can do. When you cross that line, you can say, hey, I gave it my best, and that's it. And yeah, there's going to be certain points where you may have had your low points, especially the longer races, you will. But throw it back with more questions and just give it your best. But hope this all helps, guys. And again, questions of anything, again, comment below or send me messages. I'm happy to help. And again, each to their own, and different things are going to work for each other. Like nutrition wise, that's obviously I would use the aid station to make sure you're having a little sips of water. Grab the cup on the top so you can just throw it down. Not going to Coke. Coke is a good option on the run, especially that in the heat and in those longer races. It's just sugar. It's just going to go straight into your system. So there's no real digesting process. It's just going straight into your system. So that's another good thing, because if you're having too many gels and not enough water, etc., you're going to have digestive issues. Some of us, if we haven't got some of the more sensitive gut. But again, just be mindful and practice. And again, questions are always welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.